Oh. I think I've finally figured out how to get everything set up correctly. Hooray! Been farming Dwellion. I'm excited for the public export to get a better sense of how drop tables change with every update. What's the bug in the new bow? We're gonna look at it. We're gonna look at it in a minute. I'm pretty excited about it. It is very fun. It's just a visual bug, but it's several visual bugs. Hello, hello. All right. Ads are done. We can move into game and we can look at the new bow. Oh, come on, OBS. You can do it. I believe in you. There you go. There you go. Look at this bow. Look at this bow. Look at this bow. All right, hold on. We need better lighting. We need better lighting. Look at it. Look at it. It looks so cool. It looks so cool. It does. The audio is also incredible. Right, with the little... So cool. So cool. But what's the bug, guys? What's the bug? What's the bug? What's the bug? Look at which way my arrow's facing. Look at which way the arrow's facing. Oh, hold on. Hello? Oh, it's so funny. It's so funny. It's so funny. The arrows are backwards. And I think the grip on the bow is a little too high. Because if you look close, right, the strings are bending underneath my envoy's hand. So, like at first I thought the whole bow was upside down. Oh, we can, Cammy. How well could people see it? I mean, at first I thought the whole bow was upside down. Because, like when you look at it, right, like it looks like the top limb is too short. So when you're shooting real bows, right, if you have a bow with asymmetrical limbs, the top limb is always the longer one because it basically gives you like more oomph for your shot. So like Blitzel looks perfect the way it is. Yeah, that seems dangerous. This seems like an OSHA violation. This seems like an OSHA violation. I disagree, Yurik. I think the whole thing needs to be moved down a bit. So if you look at where the hand is, you see how it's like kind of like partway up the riser? It just needs to be down the riser a bit. I think they did it because, can you flip around, Cammy? I think they did it because it has these cool loops on the riser. The riser of the bow, by the way, is the part that your hand holds. Yeah, the riser has... It's going to be hard to see. Cammy, can you go shoot the other way so I can see you in the light? There's probably a stream delay, so she can't hear me right now. It has these little, like, finger loops on it. Yeah, I know, Yurik. I'm trying. Right, it has this, like, finger loop, and it's trying to get the finger to go through this loop. There we go. Stream delay. So it's trying to get the finger to go through this loop on the side, right? And it is too high. Just looking at like the way the hand is placed with the lower limb being so much longer for the hand placement, this is I mean, I guess it's possible. I don't know. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it with my recurve, but like clearly if you look at it, right, like the hand is too high on the string. The string hand is clearly too high. But like if you were gonna have like a real bow with a finger loop on it, that would be horrible. That would not work. If they flipped the bow upside down, I think that would actually make a ton of sense. Like, that would be so cool because it would make sense that you would want to have the extra mechanical assistance on the upper limb to like help with the shot. It's kind of like what you get with Blitzel, where you have the top limb being longer, right? So Blitzel is asymmetrical and the top limb is longer in the style of like a Yumi, Asian bows. And the reason is because usually your arm is lower than your eye, and so you want the arrow to be center in the bow when you shoot it. And so if you, physics and bow things. So the string hand is too high, and I think that it could be, I think there's like a couple of different ways to fix it, right? Like I think that moving the hand down on the riser, if they don't want to change the orientation of the bow, because at first I thought it might just be fully flipped, so I went and I checked the concept art for the bow, but the concept art for the bow has the gears on the lower limb. And look, this is ode technology, so thank you, Lieb. I'm glad. I'm glad we're here everywhere today. I went and checked the concept art, and the concept art does have the gears on the lower limb, and like it's ode tech. That's fine. Yeah, the string is not how we draw compound bows either, but that also bothers me less because it's ode tech. So, like, maybe in ode tech, maybe it's not a compound bow, and so like the way that compound bows work is all of the gears basically make it so that when you are at full draw, the gears are holding some of the draw weight of the bow instead of your shoulders. But basically, that means that you would only pull the backmost string, and the other strings would be like holding that weight of the full draw weight. But maybe this is ode tech, and it's about evenly distributing the weight amongst the three strings. Like, who knows? Who knows? That doesn't bother me as much as like the hand not being on the part of the string that bends, and it just feels weird to me to have a longer lower limb. But I don't know, maybe that's just me being too picky. I can accept that that might be me being too picky. Looking at my finger through a hard finger loop on a bow makes me feel like I'm gonna break or dislocate my finger, or like, you know, when you're shooting a real bow, you really don't grip it much at all. You want to kind of grip it as little as possible. To be honest, because if the more hand pressure that you have on the riser with your fingers, the more your shot goes awry. So that's why, like in competition bows, you'll see finger slings that like that keep the bow from dropping to the ground when you release. Yeah, maybe ode tech bows arrows fly backwards. So clearly, there are some visual bugs with this bow. But hey, it literally just came out. It just came out. I'm sure they will fix it. The two things I feel very confident that they will fix are like the strings bending below the arrow hand, or sorry, the strings bending below the string hand, and the arrow facing backward. I don't know if they're going to do anything with the grip on the riser. They might just decide that that's how Odin bows work, and if they do, they do. You know, that is probably as nitpicky as the strings on a compound bow don't move like that. The strings on a compound bow, the way that strings move on a compound bow is going to be really tough to animate, I think, right? So yeah, I think that might be challenging. And again, like we could pretend that this isn't like a compound bow. It is a ode tech bow that uses all of these pulleys to have multiple strings, and the pulleys evenly distribute the weight of the limbs on the strings, right? I have a pet theory that the strings don't match the hand because the bow is also upside down. Zephyr, that is what I thought too. That was my thought as well. That was my first impression. Hold on, let's show a picture here. Oh, that's my P13 bingo. That's not what we need to look at right now. Let me find the concept art for this bow. Let me find the concept art real quick here, because I went and looked at this, and let's see. Where is this thing? Here it is. Oh, I would like to open file location, please. Where is this picture? Alright, I found it. I found it. Alright, so properties. Browse. We're gonna look at the concept art for the bow because the concept art shows us pretty clearly that it's not upside down. I love the sound, and the arrows look really cool. Like, yes, they're backwards, but they look so cool. The arrows look so cool. They are beautiful. The skin of this bow is beautiful. If I didn't like the skin, I would probably be like, okay, whatever, who cares? This is such a cool bow. That's why I want it to be implemented better. All right, so here's our concept art, right? Which certainly implies that the lower limb is the one with all the gears. Hello. Hello, everyone. So I feel like that's an intentional design choice. Is what it is. I think for like the sake of like IRL bows, it would make definitely delivers on looks and sounds. Agree. I love it. It is so cool. I love it so much. I kind of wish that the bow had the gears on the top limb, but like Josiah Rises, thank you so much. I appreciate you so much. Since we know the devs listen to ideas from the community, any sort of features, content you'd love to see in Soulframe. There are some things that they've already announced that I would love to see in Soulframe. One of those is mounts. Really excited about that. I like literally everybody else. I really want to see Captura and target dummies in Soulframe. If you're not familiar with Warframe, Captura is basically a thing that allows you to like pose your character and take screenshots, and it's so cool. And so I would love to see that. I think they said that it is coming. We don't know when either of those things are coming. Obviously, player trading. I think the more that we get along, like the thing with the arcs is making people a little spicy. I would love to, at the very least, have like an official dev statement on like when is player trading coming and will arcs be tradable, even if it's not soon. Just to have like the word out about that, I think would probably ease people's tensions a bit, because I'm pretty confident that I know what the answer there is going to be. I'm not stressed about it, but people who aren't familiar with Warframe might be reassured. And then the thing that I am really excited about that I'm sure is no time soon, but I think will be really great for Soulframe, is guilds and guild halls. I am so excited for that. I think that will be a really fun community project for people to work on. And definitely our little gaggle of people will have a community for sure. All right, so yes. And like, I think guilds, they said a long time ago, would come. But we don't know, again, anything about when. Yeah, Undercity Guild Hall, Neathan's Guild Hall, like that would be so cool. Like having a guild hall for each tile set would be amazing. Yeah, I love Warframe also. Both games, amazing. Yeah, just call me a DE fan account at this point. All right, so yeah, I think that I like the design of this bow, and I like it whether it is right side up or upside down. Like I like the bow either way, right? In game, for sure, it does look like the grip is too high. In the concept art, it looks fine. Something about the way that it translated into the model, maybe? I don't know, but something about it, like even just here, let's turn off the picture for a minute. Even just here, right? It just looks like my grip is just a little bit high. And I don't know that this is something that would be super obvious to a person who doesn't do archery. And I also, to keep in mind, have only done target archery. in like ranges and competitions and things. So I can't speak for all forms of archery in the world. And I know a little bit about different styles of Asian archery, but not a ton. So it may be that I just don't have enough knowledge about different styles of archery. But it definitely seems to me that either the top limb should be the bottom limb and the bottom limb should be the top limb. So the limbs, the riser of the bow is the part that you hold on to with your hand. And then the top and bottom, the parts that curve out are called the limbs. Looks like heavily fantasy inspired Daikyu. Sure, the Blitzel is a Daikyu style. So they definitely can do Daikyu when they want to. So, and the Daikyu, like Blitzel has the top limb longer. So I don't know. I think this bow would look really cool with the gears on the top limb, but also if that's just not what they want to go with their design, it still looks cool, right? It still looks cool. I know that Sarah's explained the last few minutes. Great. The other thing is that it could also make sense to have the heavy gears on the bottom part, because on Olympic style competition bows, when you're shooting a bow, there is something that you'll use called a stabilizer, which does go about where those gears are on the bow. So that could just basically be like an Odin stabilizer, that basically when you have the force of the arrow leaving from the top limb, having something on the bottom limb in a roughly equivalent spot to absorb some of that force helps your bow be more stable. So this could absolutely still make sense. Yes, like a counterweight. Exactly, Haster. So this could absolutely still make sense with the gears on the bottom limb. I don't think that it needs to be flipped around to make sense or anything like that. I don't think it's that crazy. And again, we can this is not how you draw. Cami, can you draw your bow again for us, please? Cami's modeling Avex for us. This is not how you draw compound bows. When you're drawing a compound bow, you only draw the backmost string. Avex is this bow that we're showing off right now. But again, this is Odin tech, and it could make sense that like, okay, we're going to strengthen this bow by having multiple bow strings. You would want kind of like a pulley system to distribute the weight evenly amongst all of those strings. So we could definitely call this like Odin tech, and it will be fine. It's fine. It's Ode. The Ode do weird things with their bows. It's fine. The only things that really are like, okay, this needs to be fixed. This is a bug and this needs to be fixed. Are the arrow facing the wrong way, the angle of the string, and then like I do think that the grip should be moved down a bit. I think the grip should be moved down a bit, but that's just me. Yeah, the arrow is backwards. All right, but the bow is really fun and cool. The bow is so fun. So let's talk about the different things that it does that are really cool, right? This is your heavy attack. I have heard people talk about how like slow this is. It's not that slow. Look at that. So you have like you can just tap it for like a quick melee. You can charge it for a charged heavy attack. So cool. Yeah, the arrows in the quiver are also backwards, so there's probably just some like bug with the model. This is so cool. This is so cool. This is so cool. I love this so much. It also has another secret power. The jump heavy attacks do look cool, right? If you jump, it stabs down. You like spin the arrow around and stab. It's so cool. Thank you, Sibelius. Thank you. Oh my gosh, I'm having so much fun with this bow. It is, right? That's so fire. That's so like the attention to detail is so good with that little extra flip on the arrow is so good. It looks like it should be a custom kick instead of a heavy. I don't know. I kind of like it as the heavy. I think this is a cool concept. I love that we have something besides arrow hail. I've been told that It works really well with Alka's Breath, but I wanted to level it up on stream, so I have not leveled it at all. I'm looking for enemies to show y'all something. However, one thing we're gonna do is put some totems on it. We're gonna put some totems on it. Using an arrow to stab in melee distance was an actual thing. Exactly. Exactly. We're not using the torrent. Okay. What's the other secret? Oh, it pierces. It pierces. I'm so excited about this. All right. So let's, bow totems, bow totems. The yielding works now. The yielding works now. Or if it doesn't, it's cope and don't tell me. But it seems like the yielding works now, so we can actually get smite on bows. This is huge though, because the Avex's smite chance is better than Blitzel, but still much lower than the Starling and Juniper. So this is a 4% smite chance. This is a 6% smite chance. And arrow hails are our primary method of getting smites on bow without the yielding. But it sure does seem like the yielding is working right now. So we're going to try this out and we're going to see if we're getting enough smites. I think that we will be because the yielding works. I'm really glad that they fixed the yielding before putting this in, because otherwise getting smites without hail is going to be tough. Tough. Armor totems are working again. They don't seem to show on your armor rating, but they are working. It is a visual bug. But we have to talk about the attack slot for totems. So right now, because I'm using Ode Tempest, the easy answer is the Scourge. But the Scourge has some interesting interactions with certain pacts. So if you wanted to say stack Fellust, Scourge procs are currently, I think they are eating Fellust stacks. I have to go test it more. Is it a visual bug or do they work passively? I'm not sure, Hester. I'm not sure. It may be that they only give us the armor for your active weapons, so they're not showing when your weapons are sheathed. And like once you go into the arsenal, your weapons are sheathed. But I have tested with Rump Thump, and I am very confident that they are actually giving the armor a buff. Normally, I am a fan of the Voyager. I love the Voyager. However, the reticle drift issue has me taken off the Voyager. I can't right now. The way that my character like drifts back and forth in front of my reticle while I'm trying to do my aerial charged shots, like I can't with that. I'm sorry. I'll put the Voyager back on when they fix it, but like right now trying to aim while airborne is terrible. It's really bad. Because a lot of the times you're like half of your time airborne, you're fully covering your field of view for aim. Hello. So as soon as they change that, I will put the Voyager back on. It is still my favorite totem. Yeah. How you get the new bow, you get it from organs. You get it from organs. And so what we're gonna do, you want me to check something? One moment. Let me show about this piercing thing. Oh, I'm apparently, oh, I think you're... Look at that. I hit them both. It pierces. Fully charged shots pierce and hit the target behind. It's so fun. Love this so much. That's so fun. It's so fun. Look at that. Yeah, it definitely feels like it's working, right? Excuse me. Oh my god, this is so fun. Target lock. This is suddenly an issue on bow again. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it so much. I wish that putting the charge rate totem would be worthwhile. I think that would be really cool. So that you can tell. Let me show you what I'm talking about. All right, Razimus, what did you want me to check for you? I wish that I could make an argument for putting the lookout. No, not the lookout. For putting the spry in the attack slot here for that charge rate. But 15% charge rate on a bow is like a couple, like a frame or two. It's just not enough of a charge rate bonus. The joinery charge rate is like barely worth it. Like I can barely feel it. If the totem were equivalent to joinery or even just closer to it, I would feel differently. But however that is calculated, it is not just making them charge 1/4 faster. Like I don't understand how that is working, but it is too slow for my taste. What pack do I have on right now? Right now I have Ode Tempest on. Why Ode Tempest? Because I want to do a Courage Grace split for Avex. Avex has an extremely high virtue requirement. Like this is clearly meant to be an endgame bow. Not sure if it was a bug, but at least for me, the Avex under level 10 wouldn't shatter arrows after a charge shot. It has been splintering for me. Yep, they're splintering for me. It does leave the charged arrow for a while. I actually really love how bright those lights are and the fact that the charge shot also leaves behind a light so you can see where you hit. That's such a good... So good. Yeah, the 15% is pitiful. What is it, 20% that you get from joinery? Yeah, the 20% you get from joinery you barely feel. So I do wish that that were more on the totem. Even if it were just equal to joinery, it's just not enough to be worth trading off for what you would get for putting on like a rat or something. Hello, Bert! Mods, could I please get a shout out for Bert in Twitch chat? You sold my juniper. Can I get it again or is it lost forever? I am so sad to hear that, friend. Please, if you sold your juniper and want it back, please post on the feedback forums or on the Discord in the feedback thread that you would like that, because there are many people who feel similarly to you who would like to be able to get their juniper back, or who would like to maybe have a second juniper and bless it in a different way, and there's currently no way to do it. It's the only weapon in the game that you can't get through other means. Oh, my aim is not good. There we go. Better. I do notice for sure the difference in having joinery versus not. So I do think that the joinery charge rate bonus, like, it's noticeable. For sure. For sure. Yeah, the new bow is very fun. If you... Oh, okay, so we're saying that the piercing of the charge shot does not detonate. That kind of makes sense, though, because it would, like, detonate when it hits the final target. That kind of makes sense. That kind of makes sense. Oh, man, like, look at, like, this running around. It really looks like I'm holding too high on the bow. Like, look at that. The way that it moves, that looks like I'm holding the bow from the bottom of the top limb. Ooh. That's like tweaking my archer brain so hard. But the melee is incredible. Yeah, the riposts are very fun too. Let's go, like, I mean, I know that it's not really different from, like... Wait a minute, the riposts. Yeah, the riposte, yeah. I'm having moments of trying to remember what happened in which prelude. Do I have any info on the MR difference of accounts? People like Brosen have more MR than they should for almost a year now, and only certain accounts can reach 18. Yeah, it is from the Fae Pact. If you leveled the Fae Pact before they removed it from the game, you have a little bit more like envoy rank XP level. So it's a really, really small difference. The reason that folks are grumpy about it right now is that they just happened to release exactly the right number of weapons so that if you played before they took out the Fae Pact and have the Fae Pact Mastery XP, you just barely get up to level 18 for your Envoy. If you did not play before then, you just barely miss that mark and don't have enough Mastery to get Envoy rank 18. I think that in the long term, it's just not going to make a difference because we are just going to have so much mastery XP. We're gonna have so much envoy XP that it's not gonna matter. So it's just a temporary thing. I'm not stressed about it really. I think that if they took it out the XP, like fine. If they gave us another pact and we're like, people who leveled Fae Pact won't get more envoy rank from this, fine. I don't know. I feel like this is, in the long run, not a huge deal. Look at that. I got the smite on the second one that I hit. Incredible. Don't remember if I leveled the Fae Pacts fully. Yeah, you'll find out once you level. This one prelude, you will know if you did the Fae Pact or not. Alright. So all I need to do now is level this bow, and then I'm gonna bless it, and then... How much do I like this bow? So yes, I am talking quite a bit about how it's buggy and how the grip is too high on the riser. Oh gosh. The more that I hold this bow, the more I'm like, ooh, the grip is too high on the riser. It's bothering me a little more. I hope that I do kind of hope they change it. However, what did I miss in chat? Dennis J, what did I miss? Let me know.
How can I do better?
However, if you want to know if I like the bow and think it's good, I'm making a second one. I couldn't decide how I wanted to bless it, so I'm making two and I'm going to bless it both ways. Volcano Los Dos. Alright. We're going to run some organs to level stuff up, or we can run some tails. We have room for one in this squad. Unless Cammy wants to go do modelly things, but I think Cammy's also leveling stuff up. So if anyone in chat would like to join us for a run, we can knock out some organs or some tails. For me, stuff like that is unacceptable completionist OCD. I'm also a completionist. I have every item in the game. It doesn't, on this account, so I have two Soulframe accounts. One that matches my Warframe character name and one that matches my channel name. Because when I started Soulframe, I did not expect this to get so huge. I'm so happy that it did. But then I made a second account to like match my channel name that became my main account. So this account does not have the mastery. I will get up to level 18. My other one does have it because I leveled the Fae Pact on that one, and it just doesn't bug me because there's no item that's lost, right? Like there's no item that's gone. The Fae Pact just doesn't exist for anyone to have. It's not like a thing that I can't complete. It just doesn't exist. Yeah, stag bow. We still need an antler bow. It's true. We still need an antler bow. Okay. So did someone say that they wanted to do organs? Skull is saying that Skull will join. We need at least some mods to be in chat. I will go if there's room. Vindred, sure. Vindred in game. Let's go. Let's do it. Poor Skull. That's okay. I'll run organs with you later, Skull. Don't worry. Okay. Rich is volunteering to mod W. The E can learn the difference between compound and composite with an antler bow. I mean, composite, yeah, means a fully different thing. It's okay, but it's okay. It's okay. I don't think that bows need to be like perfectly representative of like, yes, you get it from the organ, from this thing that we're about to do right now. I don't think that bows need to be like perfectly representative of real life bows. I do think that they need to like make sense for the world that they're in. So like if this is legitimately how you would grip this bow, like I want some kind of in-game explanation for like why what are the physics involved with this? Rare deer! I missed one note. We don't get to pet it. R.I.P. Alright, let's do some Morgan. So you're reason why they can't just fix the Fey XP in game? Sure, I mean, there are ways they can fix it. Listen, with so many things that need like attention in Soulframe right now, I am fine with Fey XP not being at the top of the list. Right? Make my arrows face the right direction first, and then we can worry about Fey XP. I mean, I know that that's me being very biased. The starter guide, I think, is exclamation point new player. If you're looking for a new player guide. In Skyrim, we can have bow crafting by mixing moonstone malachite, right? Yeah, like it's not like we have glass bows in Skyrim. I don't feel like we need to be like perfectly. Woo. I don't think we need to be perfectly. Oh, wait a minute. Cammy, we gotta test something. I'm trying to free this. I'm trying to free these guys. Here are both energy arrows that do pure arcanic damage. I would love to see a spirit bow that shoots healing arrows. So I can be like a healer. Or at least has like a special, right? Like the heavy attack, instead of dealing damage, the heavy attack heals the target that I shoot. I think that would be cool. That's just me though. New Ode Bow, yes! The new Ode Bow. Alright, Cammy, I want to test something when we get to the boss. I want you to stand in front of me, and I'm gonna see if I can charge shot through you. Because one of the issues with bow right now... Wait, hold on. Come on. I love the melee, it's so good! I'm gonna see if I can... You have to come closer to me, Cammy. Come closer. Come closer! Cammy! Cammy! Come closer! The angle of the stairs! That's fine. It works! It works! It works! It works! It's so good! It's so good! Chad, this is my favorite bow. This is my favorite bow now. Look at me jumping in the air. It means that if I'm like trying to play with the tank, if I use Avex, I can hit targets even if the tank is in front of me. Because my arrows will pass through the tank and hit the target. Oh my god, it's so good! It's so good! This is like a co-op archer's dream. I'm like hitting through her. It's incredible. This is huge. This is huge. Making sure to add in don't heal enemies in the function. I mean, even if it did heal enemies, right? Having the like, the need to... Yeah, that riposte feels so great. Having the need to like, as for Perry's, listen, Cammy is incredible. Cammy, all of our mods are amazing. We have some amazing mods in here. So big props to Cammy, to Pritch, to Skull, and to Maggie. I don't think Maggie's around right now, but Maggie is also incredible. So yes, I have amazing mods, and they deserve props for sure. This bow is so fun, y'all. This bow is so fun. I'm using Ode Tempest right now because it is a good one to use on a Courage Grace split, which is the easiest way to meet the Avex's requirements. And it just vibes-wise fits the Ode bow, right? And also it's pretty cool that Ode Tempest is pretty good this patch again. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy about this. I want to joinery it so much. I can feel the longer charge rate without joinery. Like, I can feel the difference. Actually, let's do this. Let's put on the charge rate totem. Nightfold is sealed during transitions. That means, Cammy, are you seeding us? Cammy seeding us? Oh no, okay, there we go. Courage Spirit sounds like Oshel de Kappa. As the sword and board guy, I was just excited as you when I first got my hands on the bow. It's your second favorite weapon. Amazing. Full Courage, Tasrin using a Bloom and Bodkin. Yes, that is the other way you can do it. I have that set up for my Rowan as well. But you need to be high rank for this to work. To be able to get that kind of... to be able to get it on a full Courage build. It is possible. This is part of why I wanted to bless my Avex with 2 different attunements. Is that on this build... I would want, if I'm doing a full Courage Grace split, I'm going to want to add a pip of Grace for sure. So I want to bless one with Grace. So we'll get better scaling from both virtues. It also means that I could, in theory, run it on a Grace heavy build. But running this on a full Courage build and adding a Courage attunement would be fire. Like, this would be so cool. What is that, armor? This one is the, it's not what it shows on the tin. This is, oh, I need to redo my armor in the set. This is the Wazard's robe, is the headpiece that I'm using here for visual, for cosmetics. The Orangul's greaves is the leggings, and the Brazen Lung is the mask. But you can see that they are bestitched, so they look like different things. But yes, so you can run it this way for a full Courage build, which is really cool. And then I'm using my Extreme Courage Prism. But if you don't have enough virtue points... Oh, I'm a Nightfold. Alright. Bye. See ya. If you don't have enough virtue points to beat that, then you end up with, if you don't have enough virtue points, then, doing the split prism, the hybrid prism, is great. It seems unlikely to me that someone with enough rank to hit the hybrid prism would be able to, would not have the virtue points for the full Courage build, but who knows? Who knows? Grinding that standing is so much easier now that we have the faction talismans. Oh, you were stuck in the pipe. You can do unstuck. You can do /unstuck. Can help you get out. How to make dyes. Sure, we can talk about how to make dyes. To make dyes at Verminia, you need recipes for figments. When you go here to brew hues, you'll have recipes and all of the figments that you can get for your armor, they come from either... Some of them come from the Founders Packs, which will someday be available in the game. Don't stress, except for maybe the Paragon colors. Or each faction has a dye palette. So if you go to a faction representative, you go to an enclave, each faction has a dye palette. What? This feels slow, and I can't tell if it's the projectile that's slow. I'm gonna need to do some like clip comparisons to see if the projectile is slower. It's probably not. But yes, if you go to your faction representative, you'll see a figment recipes in each one, and then it'll show you what ingredients you need to brew that figment. Alright, I'm gonna put on a charge rate totem and see if this feels a little bit better. It's not going to be as fast as with joinery, but I am definitely noticing the difference from joinery. Let's see. It still feels pretty slow to me. It is a little bit better. It's only a 5% difference between having joinery and not. I wonder if there are diminishing returns with the charge rate, and that is what's causing this feeling of like, with joinery or with the totem, it feels pretty similar, but joinery and totem just doesn't feel like enough of a difference. This is so cool. Like, I don't even really need a sidearm anymore. It is a little weird trying to like gauge my tracking because of how the projectile is different. But that's a temporary issue. Does it just have a slower charge? I don't believe so, Skull. I think that the charge rate is the same. It's just that if you've been playing Soulframe for a while, by now all of your bows at least have polished joinery on them. I mean, you know what? I have materials. We can solve this. We can solve this. I have a lot of crafting materials. Let's solve this. Is the right one? Right? Oh no, this is not the right one. Which one do I want to use here? I guess we're using the Scourge. It's unfortunate because you can't really use the Scourge with Tethrin right now. Let's find out. It's not like I don't have... If you are new, I don't recommend doing this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to reforge my Avex with polished joinery because you can't bless it until it's level 30, and I'm going to need to bless it when I get it to level 30. Because it costs crafting materials to reforge it with polished joinery, it's kind like if you're short on materials, it's not super worth it. I would say just wait. Clearly I have enough materials and I don't need to worry about it. So we're just going to do it. Polished does not reset your weapon level. Only blessed resets your weapon level. So that's kind of nice. And now we'll see how it feels comparatively. If the charge rate totem were a little faster, if it gave a little bit more and stacked better with joinery, I would... It still feels slow. Cammy, can you go put on a bow that's not Avex? That has polished joinery on it? Like any bow that's not Avex that has polished joinery. And we're just gonna do charge shots over and over, and we're gonna see. I'm cat people. I have cats, but I also do like dogs. I mean, I could pet the dog on stream every time I walk by. I do pay attention to my pupper sometimes. Yeah, it shows up in a bunch of different places. What I am is just very focused. I pay very close attention to whatever it is that I'm doing. Very, very focused. All right. So Cammy, just like hold until it charges. Oh, I'm not seeing the little like cling. Oh, I don't see the cling on my screen. I can't tell. All right. Yeah, just keep shooting and release when it charges because we can't see. I can't see the cling. Well, maybe it is. Maybe it does have a lower charge rate. All right, hold on. Hold on, chat. Maybe it is slower. Oh no. Oh no. Why would they? Why? Why? I just put it on, Haster. I just put polished joinery on it. Oh, it is definitely slower. That's so sad. That's so sad. I mean, the trade-off, frankly, it shouldn't be a trade-off for the piercing. Honestly, because look, the Avex is a tier 3 bow, the only tier 3 bow that we have, and it has an extremely high virtue requirement, right? The Starling, let's compare it to Juniper. No, let's compare it to the Starling. The base damage of the Avex is 1 point higher than the Starling. 1 point. The damage difference between these two bows is 1 point. Between Juniper and Avex, it's 2 points. But the total number of virtue points that you need for Juniper, 16. For Starling, 10. For Avex, 30. 30 virtue points in requirements. For it to have a charge rate that low is nuts. That is so sad. That is so sad. That's really deeply unfortunate. I mean, like at this point, like the spry is almost compulsory to make it play. Okay, let's see. Let's see now. All right, so here's our Starling, or let's compare it to Juniper, so it's something that like free players can get, so we have a sense of like what you have access to without, right? Any reason why I change aim sensitivity? My aim sensitivity definitely does affect. Does my sensitivity? I don't know. I have my sense set very low. My look definitely affects this for sure, because I have to reset it every time. Is Juniper better than Maestro? Barely. Juniper and Maestro are very similar. I think the difference between Juniper and Maestro is like 1 point. All right, so there we go. All right, that seems about the same to the Starling, right? Is the Starling a little faster? I wish that they wouldn't do this. It hurts my brain. I like things to be consistent for timing. The Starling does have a faster charge rate. That's not great. I know it's a founder's bow, so it's like supposed to be strong and everything, but like, come on. Let's see. Oh no, maybe that's about the same. Maybe that's about the same. I think I'm wrong there. That seems about the same. All right, so now let's compare. Neither of these bows have the charge rate totem in them. They both have Quicksilver. This is my cope that I still have the Voyager on this bow. They have Quicksilver, so that is giving them the charge rate, but then I just put Quicksilver on my Avex. So this should also have the same charge rate, right? Okay, now it feels faster though. I wonder if there's some kind of bug with the game registering that you have the joinery on it. Yeah, this feels normal now. I think there must be some kind of bug where, like, until you unequip and re-equip the weapon, it doesn't realize that there's that you have the joinery on it. Let's play with it a little bit and see how it goes. Let's play around with it.
Ancient roots from which you've grown.
Oh, I should have asked if you were a Nightfold. Sorry. Hopefully you're not a Nightfold. Yikes. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Is everybody here? Did I miss people? Did I leave people behind? I left people behind. I'm sorry. Hello, my cool. Did they nerf O Tempest? They nerfed O Tempest several preludes ago, but then they buffed it again. So it's no longer as OP as it was originally, but it is stronger than it was after the nerf. Does that make sense? Alright. I think that we must have gotten bugged because I was in Nightfold, so I got like desynced from you, but that's fine. We're here now. I am on O Tempest right now, so if you want to see what O Tempest is like in Prelude 13, I will show you. I really like it. I think that it's pretty cool. It is, frankly, probably a little bit better on melee than it is on ranged, but y'all know how I like to play, so we're playing it on ranged. And I'm on a Courage Gray split, which means that my Sizemore actually gets some roll distance. It does feel slow. I can't tell if this is... Oh, wait! Wait! I put on the charge rate totem. I think the charge rate is just going to be compulsory on Avex. That's a shame. Oh well. That's too bad. Well, there's my advice for you, chat. Is if you have an Avex, put on the charge rate totem. Did I put on the charge rate totem? Now I'm like, can't even remember. Let's, we're in battle. We're gonna find out. Chat, let's take bets. Did I put on charge rate or did I put the rat back on? I can't remember. I put on the charge rate totem. Yeah, Jet, I think you're right. I think I did put it on and I just forgot. So I wonder if there's like diminishing returns for charge rate, and that's why the Juniper and the Starling don't feel like they benefit much from the totem, but the but Avex does. Right? That would make sense. Mathematically, at least. It does not remove the explosion when fully charged, K9. It's that the bow pierces, and so it's not going to get the charged explosion until it hits the second target. So the arrows pierce the first target, and they won't explode on the first one. They only explode on the second one. Let's see. It does feel a little slow still, though. Like, it's pretty close, but it's slower. I can feel it. I just spent too many hours on bow, I think. Will I get used to it? Do I care? We're gonna find out. Hello? It is so great, though, that I could have a tank up here in front and just shoot through my tank. Like, that's really cool. That is so cool. Oh no, I wanted to... There you go. I was gonna try and repost, but I am what was to me, Skull? How to get O Tempest? You go, it's from Faction. It is in the Silent Rose and Alka's Children faction shop at rank 5. If I want it to be a real prediction? Sure. Although we're almost done. We're gonna check in a minute. We're gonna check in a minute. I think I might have taken it off. Maybe I put it back on? I don't know. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm gonna make a prediction in a minute before I go into Nightfold. I can't remember because I have not had enough coffee yet today. I have delayed sleep-wake phase disorder, so I am awake very late. And I wake up very late. Alright, I'm gonna make my own prediction here. I think it's on. Yeah, I think the totem is on. It feels still slightly off to me. Like it's just a hair too slow. Just a hair, but I'm talking like a couple of frames too slow. It has started, 1 minute timer. All right. I think that I did put the charge rate totem on and that the base charge rate of Avex is just low enough that it's still just barely slow. But that could just be my brain thinking that because the sound of the gears feels that like mechanical clackiness. Which is not a criticism, by the way. I love the way this bow sounds. It's so cool. I think the totem is on. I think the totem is on because the base charge rate of this is so low that even with joinery, it was a little bit too slow. So I think the totem is on. 45 yes, 55 no. Let's see. It is on. I was right. Look at that. My short-term memory is terrible, but my feel for bow timing is good. Let's go. Yeah, if you are playing with Avex, if you're playing with Avex, you probably have enough crafting materials that you can reforge it twice and it's not that big of a deal. And so my advice is to immediately put Quicksilver on it. And then, yeah, immediately put joinery on it. Let's see. This also means that I'm never putting Gildor on Avex. I'm never putting Gildor on Avex. Because Gildor does not have the does not have the charge rate, and that's just gonna feel so terrible. Losing 20% charge rate on Avex is tough. Tough. There's no way. Alright, so they're both gonna be Quicksilver. Well, that answers that question. That means that I'm gonna have to bless my Blitzel with Gildor so that I have a Gildor Courage Split Bow. That answers that pretty nicely. Frame by frame comparison? I mean, definitely I could, but how do you block with bows? The same as you do with any other weapon. So for keyboard and mouse, it's right click. The same as with a short blade. It's aim if you are not actively blocking a character, but then it turns into a block when you are in melee range. Let's go do... Yeah, that's definitely slower. Like, I can feel it. But can you do something that's, like, blockable? That's so satisfying! That's so satisfying! Oh my gosh, it's so satisfying, y'all! The arrow stabs are so good! I love this! I love this! The buggy graphics will be worked out. The buggy graphics will get worked out. They'll fix it. DE's attention to detail is incredible with like everything in their games, so I'm sure that they will figure it out. I do really hope that they like either flip the bow upside down so that the gears are on the top limb, or just adjust the hand placement so that we're gripping closer to the center of the bow instead of having so much, instead of it being like so, yeah, like low down. Yeah, the yielding also definitely working for our smites. Feels good. Feels good. Good time to be an archer in Soul Frame. Man. I don't know why they made the charge rate so slow on this. I don't feel like the piercing really needed it. Does the bow hit hard though? In terms of raw damage, the base damage stats are the highest damage stats in the game. So you need to level it up all the way before you're going to get all that damage. But yes, it does have the highest damage potential. And then the charge shots will pierce the first target and hit the target behind as well. So it does have very high damage potential. I feel like if they were concerned about Avex doing too much damage with this piercing, I feel like they could have just given it equal stats to the Starling and left the charge rate alone. The charge rate just like, oh, that's tough because like that nerfs the damage a ton effectively. That nerfs the damage a ton because it means that to like get a decent charge out of the bow, you really need both the joinery and the totem. Yeah, you need both the joinery and the totem, which means like you can't use the Voyager, you can't use the Scourge. It like really kind of, I mean, unless you just don't care about your shots being really, really slow. But it does mean you can shoot 2 dudes at once. That's pretty cool. I don't know. I don't know. What bows do I like to shoot in real life? I shoot recurve bear bow. I shoot bear bow recurve. I used to shoot Olympic style, and I competed in Olympic style for a while. And then I got like a little bit too much in my head about it. I tend to be a somewhat anxious person. You can shoot through allies. It's so good. I'm trying to. Cammy is trying to avoid my arrows. It's almost like Cammy is used to me shooting her. I used to shoot Olympic style, but I got a little bit too into my head with like needing to hit like the precise clicker placements and everything. And when I switched to bear bow, it helped me relax a lot and enjoy the feel of shooting more. And I actually did a lot better as a bear bow archer. I unfortunately never got to go to nationals when I was shooting bear bow, but I did place second in my state once. Tara's got my numbers. Everything goes down with one head speed is not that big of an issue. Well, not everything, right? It's like only one. I feel like the piercing is good. I feel like in solo play, I don't know. Maybe it's a worthy trade-off. I'm gonna need to level it up and mess around with it more, but it feels a little bit too situational because with the Scourge in your attack slot as a comparison, you're gonna deal 45% damage to nearby target, like regardless of whether or not they're lined up properly. And like you don't have to trade charge rate for that. It just like happens, right? So that doesn't seem super balanced to me for how much the charge rate is slower. Like maybe if they made the charge rate slower but not quite as slow as it is, I could get behind it. But the charge rate is very, very slow. Sneaky ads, got it. You can only reforge a weapon once. You can reforge a weapon as many times as you want, but you can only have one joinery on it at a time. So if you reforge a weapon that you've already reforged, it will overwrite whichever joinery was on it before. I need to like get out of the habit of avoiding my allies and just like fully shoot behind them. My friends are saying that I was never in that habit to begin with. It's fine. I understand. Yeah, I mean, that charge rate does feel pretty low to me. It feels quite slow. Am I planning to do new build guides? Yes. Yes. This week we start with build guides. This week's video on Thursday will be a build guide. And the next couple of ones will be, I have at least 3 planned that I'm doing right now. And unless, basically my plan at the moment is unless there comes something like really important that I'm like, oh, I need to do a guide for how people, like how people can interact with this new system or whatever, we will be doing build guides. It's just when we get a big update, I feel like it's important to get the word out about how systems work before anything else. And also, like one of the things that I am running up against with doing the build guides right now, right, is like I want to do a Siren guide and I want to do an Oshelda guide. I'm having a lot of fun with those packs, but both of them are quite buggy right now. Well, okay, Oshelda isn't exactly buggy so much as unbalanced at the moment because of Grace. Yeah, that charge rate is real slow. I'm sure I'll get used to it. But Siren's very buggy. So part of me is looking at the numbers and the test results that I'm getting from testing Siren and Oshelda, and I'm like, I think I want to give DE some time. We just had a big update, and if I put out a video now, I suspect that within a couple of weeks, everything will be different. So instead, I'm putting my data into the feedback forums and sharing that through the different channels for feedback. Can someone else do the organ so I can talk to chat? Pretty please? Yeah, I'm putting my stuff through feedback and hoping that stuff changes. And I'll do a different pact from those two in the meanwhile. I don't think the charge rate being slower is a balance thing. I think it's to make the bow feel distinct. Oh, it's definitely a balance thing. Like 100%. Your fire rate is so much lower. If it's not a balance thing, it is affecting balance one way or another. So like whether it's intended to affect balance or not is kind of a moot point because it is absolutely affecting balance. Is the new bow good and fun to use? It is. You definitely need to boost the charge rate, for sure. Its charge rate is very slow. It is great to use in co-op. This is a phenomenal bow to use in co-op because it means that if you are playing with an ally that is taking aggro, your charge rate will pass through them, or your charge shots will pass through them, and you'll still be able to attack the enemy even while your tank is tanking. So that's huge. That's wonderful. This is a great bow for playing with other people. Just think, hint, I think DE wants to limit the power creep potential. Sure. I don't. So I am on board with there being some trade-off for the extra charge rate for Avex. I do think that that's probably smart. I think it's too much is the thing. I think like hitting those piercing shots is situational enough that it doesn't warrant as much of a charge rate nerf as we have. Because remember that our other bows charge faster without the charge rate totem. So, yeah, I don't know about that. I think that it charging slower does make sense. I don't think it needs to charge this much slower. Interesting, but what about solo play? Yeah, it's still good in solo play also. It's still good in solo play also. You are gonna need, unless they tweak the stats, you're gonna need to build it for charge rate though. It has some visual bugs, but it is still very good. Have I tried doing aerial headshots? I am not doing a lot of aerial headshots right now. Because this bothers me. The way that my character keeps jumping in front of my reticle really bothers me. I start to tilt after a while. And y'all have seen, if you've seen my gameplay in my streams before, I love the aerial charged headshots. It's like one of my favorite things to do in the game. I love that totem. I love that playstyle. I think it's super fun. But my character fully crossing my reticle while I'm trying to aim will tilt me. And then I'm not having fun anymore. So I have taken the Voyager off my bows. And I'm just not doing it until they fix it. Like, if you're running around, it happens, but as soon as you aim while you're on the ground, your reticle's position relative to your character gets locked. And that's good. It means that while you're aiming, you can still see what you're aiming at. When you are airborne, that doesn't happen. Or like it tries to, but it goes too slow. So you see how it's like trying to like go in, but it goes so slow that I'm still blocking my view, and it means that I cannot aim when I'm airborne, and aiming those shots just oof, oof, oof. Oh, the charge rate feels too slow to manage doing aerial headshots? It is not. I mean, granted, I do have the charge rate totem on right now to help with that, but even then, right? I have plenty of time before I hit the ground to charge my shot. So I don't think it's too slow. What's stopping me from using the Voyager is just that like visual bug. It's just that bug. I don't know where I'm running to. I guess I'm running to this tree to do tails. So yeah. Yes, it drops from the organ. Thank you, chat, for helping me answer questions. Totally agree with you about the crosshair. Your aiming reticle, it kind of sucks. Yeah, it's tough. I hope that they fix that soon because it is really interfering with bow gameplay, and it makes aerial shots just like really. I have to be so careful about like I can go to the left while airborne, but I can't go to the right while airborne, and it makes unscoped shots also a little tough because it can be this way, right? It's tough. It's tough. What's up, Cammy? What'd I miss? Dropping for Renegade? Okay, sure. Renegade, what's your in-game name? I think all of our organs are done, though. Oh, no, we have one organ left. Do we have one organ left, or did we just do that organ? I don't remember. I don't remember. I think we just did that organ, right? We were just doing tails. Wait, when did a new bow drop? This is a new bow. It just dropped on Friday. Friday, right? Or Thursday? Thursday. It just dropped. It just dropped. And it's a little buggy. If you'll notice, my arrow is facing the wrong direction, so it needs a hotfix. It has a couple of bugs, but it is still very good. It is still very good. I did all three. Oh, Renegade Python. Okay, well, my in-game name is Sarah Loves Archery, so you can invite whenever. And, Vindred, I would drop squad if I were you because you're going to get host migrated when I get invited to the next party. And Renegade, if you could, I suppose it is your squad if you want to host some more. Vindred, do you want to join us for more? I'll leave that up to you. When they fix the crosshair in the air, that can be the Archery Loves Sarah hotfix. Yeah, it'll be great. That'll be great. Yeah. So yeah, I was really excited to cover Oshelda and Siren, but however, at the moment, Oshelda is best as a full Grace Pact. This is kind of unfortunate. Elder Bloom is just like strong already, no matter what, so you don't really need to put more into it to make it good. And then... Oh, where are you going, bud? Oh, it doesn't pierce the tree, though. Alright. Elder Bloom's good already, and then Bestones multipliers scale better with Grace than they do with Courage. By a large margin. You get like double on Vindred. Yeah, I mean, Renegade, can you invite Vindred as well? It sounds like they want to keep going with us. Failed to join session. Let me relog really quick and see if that helps. I'm gonna relog real quick. Yeah, I mean, I'm enjoying the pacts in P13 a lot. I like the way that virtues are affecting the arcanics. I'm actually kind of having fun with it. However, the grace multipliers are a little bit too strong. So anything that makes an enemy unaware scales better with grace than whatever virtue it's attuned to. So Bestown, because it makes enemies unaware, will actually scale better with grace than with courage. Unfortunate. So I kind of hope that they tweak that a little bit, and I would like to give DE some time to adjust. Like I don't pretend to know what they would do, but like maybe they'll improve the scaling for Bestown. Maybe they'll tone down the unalerted modifier for grace. Like something to make it so that Bestown, the courage ability, actually scales best with courage. And then Siren is just very bugged. Its cooldowns are all over the place. Like sometimes the abilities just don't go on cooldown and stay unusable. Sometimes they go on cooldown immediately after you use them. The Pictrix powder in particular, like the duration of the CC doesn't seem to scale at all, but it looks like maybe the game thinks that it is because the cooldowns behave as if it is. It's weird. Yes, I'm good to try again. You can send me an invite.
Release the Nimrod!
Yeah, so, Spirit, no, it's not letting me join. It is not letting me join. Alas. If you invite Vindred and then see if Vindred could invite me. But in the meanwhile, we can play with, I am very much enjoying this, this bow, despite the buggy things about it, though. I need to remember not to speak with too much vocal fry. It hurts my voice. And like, it's this habit that I have where when I'm tired, I'll have a lot of vocal fry in my voice, and it's bad for me. It's bad for my voice. It's bad for my voice. It makes me hoarse. It makes me lose my voice too fast. I have to try not to do that. I'm trying to kick bad habits. Maybe I'll put a channel point reward for vocal fry so y'all can remind me. Hello, Smooth! Co-op, this patch has been a bit janky. Oh, I wonder if it is like the patch issue. I just relogged. It could be. There are a couple of bugs right now. This is definitely, you know how like every time there's a major update, we have a bunch of bugs and we're like, oh yes, pre-alpha. That's where we're at. I'm not stressed about it. I've played the organ tower so many times, even though I do not have to, but I enjoy running the tower. Yeah, the organ is pretty cool. Oh, thank you, Oslo Kami. It's still good to practice good vocal hygiene, though, because it's not great to lose your voice, right? It's not great to lose your voice. I would like to be able to keep speaking, and if I strain my voice too much, then I have to stop streaming. UNPNP and strict NAT issues. Yeah, if my roommate and I are trying to play at the same time, sometimes we get those. I had to like go into my router and like set some things to get that to not happen, but I have not had that problem in like several preludes now. Let's go. Ooh. It feels slow again. Hold on, I'm gonna like unequip and re-equip, I think. I feel like it's slow again. Oh gosh, the I wish the top limb were the bottom limb and the bottom limb were the top limb. The bow looks so cool. You drink with honey, very good for vocal cord. Yes, honey is good for vocal cords. Fortunately, my body is not a fan of sugars. Unfortunately, because I love ice cream so much. I love ice cream. It makes me ill, but every year on my birthday, I have ice cream anyway. I just decide that I'm going to be miserable. We have ice cream. We regret our life choices, and it's fine. Having a hard time getting into bows, I started with staves and I found I could play as well with controller, mouse, and keyboard. With bows, feels like you really have to use a mouse and keyboard, but don't find it's fun. Cami, do you have any advice for controller gamers who want to play bow? I know Cami uses controller and plays with the bow, so she would be an excellent person to ask for tips there. This piercing is very fun. Is it like a super damage dealing? Not really, but it's fun. The yielding, definitely working. So nice not to have to worry about like my allies in the front lines doing melee and just know that I can like back them up and hit targets and like help shoot. So good. So good. So good. I am having so much fun with this. This is incredible. The design of Avex is lovely. Yes, the design and the sound, excellent. Beautiful. I think that's honestly part of why I'm nitpicking these little details as much as I am, is because it's so well done that like I want it to get that last like 5% that it needs with like the string and the arrows and all that stuff. Yeah, it's like, it's so good. It's really beautiful. It's really beautiful. And like, here's the thing, like I shoot recurve. So, compound isn't even my jam really, but I still love this. I still think it's really cool. Go back 13 years in Warframe and have game-breaking bugs. Yeah, I mean, every game ever has bugs. Even now Warframe has bugs, right? It's not like, oh, Warframe is incredible. Look at that piercing! It's so good! Sorry. I'm just getting distracted. Yeah, I mean, every program has bugs. I was watching a documentary last night about I'm about to out myself as a tremendous nerd. I was watching a documentary about Linux last night because that's what cool people do, right? Anyway, and they were talking about how every program has bugs, and part of the benefit of open source programming is that you get more eyes on it and can detect bugs more quickly. So I think that it's unrealistic for us to expect that any release is gonna be bug-free. That's just not how programming works. You play Soulframe on Fedora? I wish that I had the capabilities to get everything running on on Linux. That sounds incredible. I have too many programs that I currently run in Windows and not enough skill to understand how to translate them all. Unfortunately. I like the melee. The fully charged melee is slow, but you just don't have to fully charge it. Oh, I'm sorry, I should let the host play the organ. Host, if you would like to play the organ, go for it. It doesn't really matter who plays the organ, but if you enjoy the game, knock yourself out. You play Soulframe on Baze, it actually runs a lot better than on Windows. I believe it. How is it buggy? How is Avex buggy? What direction's my arrow facing? It's visual bugs. The actual functionality of it is good. It actually works. And like, see how the string bends below my hand, so the hand placement on the bow is too high. But otherwise it's good. Like, at a minimum, the hand placement on the string is too high. But, like, the string is bending to be at a midpoint between the bow limbs, which is where it should be bending. So, realistically, they just need to move the whole thing down so that you are holding lower on the riser, holding lower on the string, and the arrows are facing the wrong direction. So, some visual bugs that need to get worked out. The actual functionality of the bow is good enough that I have made 2 of them, and I have no regrets. The arrow is facing the wrong way. That is correct. The arrow is facing the wrong way. This is funny. People are complaining about the heavy attack. So I think because people are assuming that they need to fully charge the heavy attack, right? And the fully charged heavy attack is slow, but you can also do a quick melee. I think it's fine. I think it's fine. Could they speed up the quick melee a little bit? I mean, sure. I guess. I don't feel like they need to. Look at the jump attack. That's so cool. The jump attack is fire. The jump attack is so good. I love that the melee attacks are arrow stabs rather than the like hit them with the bow melee that they had before. I was a little afraid. I love the way that they implemented it. I think it's so good. I think it's so good. I think it's so good. I think that's probably why I want them to fix the grip positioning on the bow, is that like if it weren't for that, this would be my favorite bow. Even with the slower charge rate, like I kind of hate it, but like also it's fine, I guess. I'll be grouchy about it. If they increased the bonus from the squirrel, maybe they made the spry give a little bit more charge rate. Maybe that wouldn't be an issue. Let's do some bow melee. We'll see how we feel about this. Come on. Come on. Attack me. Oh, we have a Tethrin. So, like, it's kind of slow, but it's not that much slower than, like, a melee weapon. And, like, your Alka's Breath will buff it. Let's go find an enemy that hasn't aggroed someone. Oh. Oh, okay. That was an interesting bug. I got a little bit of a ping right now, so there's a bit of a delay. But that is because I'm not the host of this squad, so you're seeing some of that ping. I think the melee's fine. I think they probably could speed up the light attacks just a bit. I think the charged is fine, though. Yeah, I mean, like, that feels good to me. I do love the riposts. I love the riposts so much. And I love the jump attack. I also honestly love that the melee attacks are not stronger than the ranged attacks. Because that bothered me about old bow. Like Prelude 7 and earlier. You would just like smack people with your bow. And the bow was a more efficient melee weapon than ranged weapon. And I don't love that. The bow should be better in range. It's a bow. It should be better in range. So I like the way that this is implemented. And it means that, like, you know, you can just play... yeah, you can just... when you get into melee range, you have this, like, option to do arrow stabs in the range where bows are less efficient, right? I love it. You don't have to worry about getting programs running on Linux. I will look into it. It sounds interesting. It's a thing I will research. The piercing. So cool. I should be using my, like, melee strikes now, right? It's just so like second nature for me to shoot that like I'm like, wait, where's my melee? I'll get used to it. I like it. I like it. Better late than never. Absolutely. Better anytime. The Avex has me learning how to long range with the bow. Yeah. I mean, all bows are very good at range in Soul Frame. I like this melee as like an option for quick close range shots. I do think that the charge rate being as slow as it is on the Avex is a little bit too much for how much we're losing damage-wise. Like, yes, we gain damage from the piercing, but we're losing both the extra charge rate, and so we're losing like the ability to run totems in that slot instead because we have to like make up for that lost charge. We've lost the damage potential from arrow hail, which like for me doesn't impact me much because I don't really arrow hail that much anyway, just personal preference for the way that I like to play. But it does mean that a gamer that does use arrow hail is not going to get as much damage out of this bow. So if you are an arrow hail gamer, Avex is not for you. I mean, obviously, but like Avex, even with its piercing shot and its, even with its piercing shot, it's still not going to do as much damage. Hello, Maggie! Simbo's heavy weapon would be nice to farm in game 2. It would be nice to see another large heavy weapon. Definitely lots of weapons I think would be fun to add. I think of quite a few that would be cool. I love the idea of the spellbook secondary that was alluded to in Envoy Hour. Sounds like we're getting that. I also, like, I know in Warframe we have the, like, you, like, throw pages of the book. It seems like you throw spells out of the spellbook. However, I would love for us to just beat people with the book. Right? I think that would be so cool, the way that, like, Citrine is the crystal girly that, like, just throws rocks at people. As her, like, rock magic is I'm just gonna throw rocks at you. Love it. Love it. I would love to see, like, a giant spell tome that we just, like, beat people with the book. That'd be so funny. That'd be funny. I think it would be cool if the spell book were a shield, right? So you hold up the book and it protects you. I think that would be really cool. That'd be really neat. I love this piercing though, my goodness. It's so fun. That charge rate though is gonna be tough. Charge rate is tough. I'll get used to it, surely, right chat? We'll get used to it. Hopefully they turn it up a little bit. Frying pan weapon would be cool. A sling would be neat. I do feel like we need a courage default sidearm. I don't think it would be a sling though. Because we have a spirit type sidearm, we have grace type sidearms. We need a courage type sidearm. And that's why like Thrice Burns is like a interesting exception. Saw it glowing and I shot it because I wasn't really thinking about what I was doing. But I think we do need a courage type sidearm. Ooh, a hand axe! Yeah, that's cool. I love that idea. Like a little hatchet? That would be awesome. Hatchet sidearm for courage? No, Precles is not courage anymore. Flyblades are now grace attuned by default. Except for Thrice Burns. Which is somehow still. I do feel like getting the arrow to connect with targets is a little iffy. I wonder if that has to do with the arrows being backwards though. Right? Because like right now the arrows are improperly in our hand and on the bow. So I gotta wonder if the connecting arrows and melee range thing will be better when they fix the arrows. What is wrong with the bow? Does it get anything from the hail points in the skill tree? It does not get anything from the hail points in the skill tree. I won't worry about it though because they have already said that they are redoing combat arts. My personal theory is I think that the combat arts rework is going to be in Preludes 14. I don't actually have any information on that though, so don't hold DE to it. I do not have inside info. It's just my theory because back at TennoCon last year, they talked about how the combat arch rework was going to come with a new ancestor to help us with that. And they showed us concept art for a new pact and a new NPC who looks like she could be an ancestor. And she's like into fencing. It seems like that would be a combat arts ancestor to me. I'm just saying, that's my speculation. I think that that's going to be a thing. I think that's going to be a thing. And yes, what's bugged is that the arrow is backward. Look at which way the arrow is facing. Look at which way the arrow is. That's not how that goes. And even in my hand, it's backwards. So I think that's why we're having problems with like connecting our melee attacks, is that the arrows are just backwards. So the hurt boxes and the hit boxes are all wonky from it. So it'll get a fix. We'll see a fix, I'm sure. Thank you for the lurk. Wasn't that the tapestry stuff? Yes, it is what you're thinking of. It was a combat arts manual. It's not a tapestry. It's like pages in the book. So we're going to have a new combat arts book. The Avex is still very good. It is still very good. My only note balance-wise is that I think the charge rate could get tuned up just a bit. I think even if we're lowering the charge rate for balance reasons, I think they've lowered it too much. I think that they could... I think they could lower it less. And it would still be in a fine place balance-wise. Yeah, I think it's lowered too much. Otherwise, it's great. It's cool. It pierces through a target. So I can like line up two dudes and shoot them both. Very cool. I procced smite on both of them. That's incredible. I love this bow. I love it. I love it. Your Alka's Breath does increase the damage of your arrow stabs. So your quick melee, you have like a quick melee and then you have a charge melee. I do think maybe that the quick melee could be a little bit faster also. So like your fully charge could be faster. Your quick melee could be like just a touch faster. But that might not be so much of an issue when they fix the arrow direction. I think that the reason that we're having trouble with connecting the arrow strikes is just because the arrows are backwards. But otherwise, I think it's great. I think this is a great bow. I love it. I think ducks might be working. Yeah, ducks, the yielding must be working for bows now. The smites are so much more consistent. It feels so good, and it's necessary because you can't proc your smite with hail on this bow. You could use fly blades. Avex is actually a bow that I could make a better argument for using fly blades with, because one of my big reasons for always running a short blade is for the parry riposte. But Avex makes that feel pretty good with bow, right? Quick parry and riposte. So yeah. I'm not allowed to reveal too much of what. I don't actually have inside intel. Remember, I don't work for DE. I am not DE Sarah. I am just sharing my speculation based on having played this game a lot. That's it. Does Alka's breath make your arrows explode? It does deal extra damage. So Alka's breath does seem to have an extra damage proc to nearby foes. I don't know if that's intended or not, but you can kind of see it whenever I proc the rune and like hit an enemy. Yeah, it's gotta be working. Let's see. It didn't hit that time. I don't know. Sometimes I definitely feel like I see an extra damage number, but that could just be like the extra damage from Alka's breath registering as its own number. Hope they start adding non-sharp weapons soon. I do hope that eventually we see more damage types and more significance for those damage types, but I'm going to be real with you. I do not hope that it is soon. I think that there are a lot of things that are kind of janky with balance right now that I would like to see settled first. And then I would like to see those additions and changes. I want them to like for example, what's going on now with Oshelda and Grace, right? Like that I want them to pay attention to way before we start looking at more damage types. Like could they potentially do both? Like sure, if they have the dev team to do both, great, do both. But yeah. Which founder pack should I get? Yes. What Zezeroth said is very good advice. If you're thinking about becoming a founder and you haven't picked one yet, pick a different founders pack from the starting packs that you have, because then you'll get both of those packs. If you already have all three of the starter packs, then go for whichever one you like. Because in the long run, it doesn't make a difference, and the arts do stack, so you'll have more arts for whichever wild pack you pick. So it is worth leveling up both packs. All right, so yeah, if you have every pact in the game, then go for the one that you love the most. Go for the one that has the armor that you like the best. Go for the vibes. Go for whichever one you have the most fun with. You will get arts from both the wild pact and the base pact. So you'll be able to get more upgrades on whichever one you choose. So pick your favorite. I want another sword and board, but I'd rather see some hotfixing stuff before I get my new sword and board. Generally, Bert, I agree. I'm in the same place. However, I think that because of this like mastery rank issue of people being spicy, that some folks can get 18 and other folks can't, just put another shield in the game. Just throw us a shield, make it a non-issue, and then we can deal with it later, because I think there are more important things in the game to worry about right now than one virtue point. But it's an easy way to fix it, is to just put one more weapon in the game. Then everyone has the same envoy rank and it doesn't matter. I do think that it's just such a small difference. I do understand people not liking that difference. I do understand people not enjoying it, especially with how tight some of the virtue requirements can be. But I do feel like there's like bigger fish to fry from a development standpoint. Not another shield. Yeah. I mean, oh no, I skipped the deer. Oh, I'm sad. I have to go charm a deer now. I missed my deer pets. I see one. Yeah. I understand why people are upset. Oh, it's a rare deer. RIP. No pets here. So close, deer pets. Or, oh well. I hope they're more conservative with adding content than they were in the Tenno reinforcement days. I don't know much about the Tenno reinforcement days, so I can't speak to that. Just get the rank sorted and move on. Sure. I mean, like, they could throw in a shield, then we'd all be rank 18, and then they could deal with the mastery rank issue separately at a different time. It would be fine. Do we want to do tails? Did we do all the organs? I feel like we did. We could do a couple tails. Rank is my Avex now. I have to like go. I have to look. I have to look. 16, not bad. Not bad, not bad. All that matters is that we get the Mighty Seer. The Mighty Seer? What do you mean? You think we'll get new weapon animations when the new combat art system comes out, or combos? Possibly. That's very possible. We don't know what's going to happen with that. We have no idea how it's going to work. All we've gotten is one screenshot. Let me find that screenshot for you. Let me find that screenshot for you for what we've seen of the combat arts rework. I think it's in here. Combat arts, combat arts, combat arts, combat arts, combat arts. Where are you? Nope, it was not here. Wow, was it DevStream 8? That was a while ago. Yeah, here it is. Let's make this bigger. So this is what we saw before from what the combat arts rework is going to involve. But we'll have like different pages like in a medieval combat arts or martial arts manual. And we'll like equip which different pages we have, and that will determine what like combat upgrades we get. We know almost nothing about it. We know almost nothing about how this is going to work, and this information is like 9 months old at this point. So they could have like fully redone. How long does it take for the organ to reset? It takes 3 hours. Yeah, Agari's reset in 30 minutes, but organs reset in 3 hours. So yeah, I mean, the combat arts system could be super cool. Let's go do a tail. We are leveling up stuff. Very excited about these things, about these faction items. Super cool. Super cool. This is going to make those faction items are going to make it a lot easier for new players to get the things that they need out of faction shops. Like, the rate at which you increase your faction is huge. It opens up so many more possibilities for making the grinds easier at lower levels. There's such a good addition to the game. Such a good addition to the game. DE has shown a ton of concept art we have seen nothing come of yet. Well, sure, but I feel confident. Like, they showed Bromius, I think, like 2 years before Bromius got into game. But he did get into game. So it takes them time to cook. Have you guys seen the before and after for Nethans? Have y'all seen the before and after for Nethans? You want to talk about, like, why we should let DE cook. You have not? All right, hold on. Let's clear this group of enemies. I'll find those screenshots for you. Because it's wild. Like, it's so good. It is so incredible how beautiful. Did I just pull both smites at once? Surely that's not a thing, right? Oh, I love hitting multiple targets. It's so good. Yeah, I do think this light melee could maybe be a little bit faster. It's a little slow. Bro, where are you? There's definitely like some kind of tracking issue, but I wonder if it just has to do with the arrows being backwards. I wonder if it has to do with the arrows being backwards. All right, let's look at, we're gonna put on the journal because the combat music seems to be also a little buggy right now. It gets stuck. Let's look at, The before and after of Neathan's. And I know exactly what folder that should be in. I think it should be... It should be... here. Alright, I'm gonna show you... Which one is this? This is current Neathan's, right? This is what Neathan's looks like right now. Beautiful, incredible, right? Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Where's the old Neathan's? Here we go. Let's try this. This one? Yeah. This is old Neathan's. Cool. Neat. Spooky, right? Cool. Can resize this so we can see the whole picture, right? Yeah, that's neat. This is how it started. Right? And like, it started with that, and now it looks like this. Like, that is an incredible glow up, right? This is wild. This is so cool that it got so much better, right? And so, yes, DE has shown concept art for a lot of things that aren't in the game yet. Let them cook. Let them cook. When we let them cook, they put out such good stuff. Right? Neathan's is so pretty. Yes, Maggie. Agree. Huge agree. Yeah, DE remaster stuff. So like that's what Neathan's was like on the dev build when it wasn't released yet, right? So they never actually launched Neathan's looking like that. But they showed it on a dev stream and they were talking about the Bromius quest and they just didn't put it out yet. So yeah, like we've seen Toad Pact. Toad Pact is not out yet. We've seen weapons that aren't out yet. Like, give them time. If they're not out yet, it's because they have an idea for how to make it better. And there are so many examples of how, like, giving them time to work on that stuff. Great. Great. Dear, we can pet you this time. No! No! Combat is not giving me the animation. You're just sliding away. You're just sliding away. Why was my portion color green in the Neathan's? I'm not sure what you mean by portion color. This might be bugged. Sometimes the tail that spawns over here specifically bugs with like not showing the letter, but that's okay. We have another oh no, someone picked it up already. We got it. We got it. All right. That'll be you. Oh yeah, it's a very old screenshot. That was from the dev build. From, ooh, I want to say like Preludes 5? I don't remember. Many a Prelude ago. Many a Prelude ago. Oh, I just tried to like arrow hail and forgot that I can't. I was like, I feel like reading chat. I'll put out a hail while I read chat. Faybald or Gildor for magic weapons right now? Gildor, and I will tell you why specifically. I think that the sadness about Faybald's damage nerf is slightly overblown. In that on paper, Faybalt should still be better. Or like Faybalt should be equivalent, right? Why does Faybalt end up not being as good? The primary reason for that is that Faybalt drops its damage stacks whenever you cast an Arcanic. And when are you most likely to want Faybalt on a weapon? Well, when you are using a spirit weapon. And what does Spirit do for your Arcanics? It reduces your cooldowns so that you can cast your Arcanics more often. So it means the more Spirit you have on your build, the less you want to use Faybalt, or the less you'll benefit from using Faybalt. So there needs to be some kind of adjustment there. If that's supposed to be the magic weapon joinery, they should have the magic weapon joinery synergize well with having spirit on your build, right? Like, surely. So that could be a quick fix, though. That could be something like, you know, just making your stacks not drop from Arcanics. Maybe they drop from other things, but not from casting an Arcanic. I want the Toad Pact. Me too! They said that the Ram is going to be the next Pact. But before they said it would be the Toad. So now I'm like, is the Toad just an Omen Beast now and not a Pact? But no, they said that the Night Maiden, like the Fencing Pact would be the next Pact? I'm not sure. I'm confused. I feel like they've said 3 different things will be the next Pact. Is that a new bow? Yes. It is a new bow. As of a few days ago. It is a new bow. It is great, but the arrows are backwards. But it's great. It's really fun to play with, but the arrows are backwards. And instead of arrow hail, it has melee. Very cool. Love it. Love it. Love it. Yes, there will be fencing and rapiers. The next is duelist fencing, then Toad. Yeah, that's what it sounds like. It's unclear to me if they said if they were saying like that's the next pact that we will get in the game, or if that's the next pact they're working on. I'm not sure. I don't know. That was not clear to me. Is the bird sending me back to the entrance? We can't go out this way, bird. We have to go through. We can't go out this way, bird. There is a crossbow coming. But you know, that's probably gonna take a while. Guys, don't kill anything in this room. Don't kill anything in this room. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't kill 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 it! Stop! No! 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 We can't get the chest now. The way that you get the chest is you have to kite that ghost over here, and the ghost will make the statue like move forward, and then eventually sits on here. I really wish they would change that somehow. Because it's so easy. Like, you cannot do this puzzle if you have Oringal. Because once you have a wolf, there's no way to despawn the wolf. And the wolf, like Moon, will just murder the ghost. And then it's like, well, RIP. Yeah, stream delay, don't worry about it. It happens. It's funny more than anything else, don't worry. Okay. Bird, where's the exit? You still never completed the part of this arcade? Like the puzzle room? Do you not have this arcade armor? There's a bunch of us who have completed it, and pro tip, so I have a video that has the guide for how to open the back room and how to do the back room puzzles. But I also have, you can just have someone who's completed it open it for you so you can loot the thing in the back. I do enjoy Ode Tempest this patch. I love it. Why is he the butcher? Sometimes it just bugs out and he's the butcher inside of this arcade. I don't know why it happens. It is just a random bug. You're the reason I was able to do this arcade backroom? Well, thank you. I'm glad it was helpful. I'm glad that was helpful for you. It's, to me, it does make sense that a pre-alpha game is not tutorialized super well, and I'm very happy to be able to help with that for people. I do hope that eventually, you know, I mean, already the tutorials are a lot better than they were at the beginning. So DE is definitely working on it. But I'll be here making guides no matter what. Us creators are tutorials, exactly, Bert. Exactly. Snow Pact would be cool. All right, folks, I'm gonna leave you with some game music for a moment and run a quick ad break so that I can go use the restroom. So we're gonna put on a little bit of a BRB and we're gonna leave you with some, I don't know, like combat music is bugged right now and it keeps coming on, but we're gonna listen to this. I will be right back. Use the restroom and we're gonna get our ads out of the way while that is going. I'll BRB. What would be the pact that I would want to add? Where can you farm the new bow? I don't know if you can hear me. Are ads done? Ads are almost done. If you can hear me, it runs from the organ. And if you can't hear me, I'll answer again in a minute. I think Sizemore moved to Ignis Roth and fused into... Oh, I like Sizemore. On O Tempest? I like the way Tempest is now. Oh, Tempest is just lots of balls. I dig it. I think it's cool. I also like Mora's hand. I think we're done with ads, right? Ads are done now. We already have a deer pact. We have a deer pact. That's Garen Rude, right? Garen Rude, Ultimate Deer Pact. Wait. Love it. It's apparently too low for the headshot, though. I do feel like the arrow issues are making me feel like my reticle is lower than it is. Yeah, like the way that is that just me? Okay, I think that this is, I'm gonna put on another bow. to see. It feels like the way that the fletchings are. Yeah. What was the damage again? The damage from Avex is pretty solid. And my Avex is not all the way leveled up. Okay, this is my favorite thing about this bow. This is my favorite thing about this bow. Because the charged shots pierce the first target they hit, they pass through allies. So if you're playing in a squad and you have someone using melee, as a bow user, you would normally need to like just pick a different target if you want to hit anything. But now your arrows go through. It's so good. I love it. I love this bow for co-op play. The Avex is the best bow for co-op play. The pass-through envoy thing should be a basic feature. Maybe. I don't know how hard it is to code that, so I would love it if it were a basic feature. It definitely makes bows a lot more co-op friendly. It definitely makes bows a lot more co-op friendly. I'm happy just to have this as an option though. If you have a Bert in your way, then don't shoot the back of his head. Listen, this would like it. Imagine now, like, oh my goodness. Is anyone in my squad running Tethrin? Can one of you run Tethrin? I want to test something. I want to test something with Tethrin. Pretty please. I know there's stream delay. I'm going to give them a minute to answer. I love being able to like switch to the quick melee and the like at close range. I think that's super cool. I do notice it's tough to do riposts with a little bit of ping. The ping does make it tough. That's just the nature of gaming though. Like timed things are gonna be tougher with ping. That's not a DE's problem. That's just like how the internet works. Alright, someone's going to get Tethrin. I love it. Yes, please. Please put on a Tethrin. We love that. I think a cool pack should be like a hunting bow, like an orchid mantis would be really cool and pretty. Ooh. I really want an antler bow. I know it's cliche. I know that like every game has an antler bow. I know. I don't care. I want one. Owl pack would be very cool. Alright, so my request from Tethrin is let's go aggro these enemies here. And I want you to use your Call of the Ancients, like stand in front of me and draw aggro from those dudes. And I want to see, just like hold aggro with Call of the Ancients. That is Clash. We need the green one. Use the green one. Right, because I definitely, they're aware of me. Right? Okay, great. Perfect. Perfect. Now. Okay, he's still aware of me. They're both still aware of me, I think. God, that just makes things so much easier, though. Look at that. Look at that. It looks like they're still aware, so I'm not getting unalerted, even if I'm behind them. Okay. So it's not super OP, but it's still very convenient. Still very convenient. I love this. Call of the Ancients is so strong. Yeah, Tethrin's in a really good place right now. I feel like Tethrin's in a really solid place as a pact. It's still extremely strong. But its other abilities do more. Tethrin is no longer getting hard carried by Fellust. Call of the Ancients and Clash are now providing value for the pact in a way that is meaningful. And I love it. Oh, I was gonna melee you. Alright, that's fine. I wanna line them up. This is what I'm saying about, like, I don't think that the piercing is worth the increased charge rate. Because in a game like Warframe, where we're constantly fighting against large groups of enemies, it's very easy for punch through to significantly increase your damage. but soul frame fights are a lot less enemy dense, so you're not benefiting from that punch through enough for it to be something that's like really game-breakingly strong. Like, you do benefit from it. It is really nice. I can see an argument for some increased charge rate, but the amount that we have, I think, is just too much for what we are getting out of it, in my opinion. I think that the light melee needs to be at least as fast as a quick shot. Because right now, if I want to do a close range melee strike, it's actually faster for me to just like shoot him with a little arrow, which I don't think should be the case. I think that they can be like equally fast. Just make them the same speed, so then it becomes just like a matter of preference. And then we can keep the charge rate on this. That makes sense to have like a charge rate. But like the animation for like this part, I think could speed up to be just like equal with firing off a quick shot. Is there a social hub in this game? Yes, there are a couple. Every enclave is a social hub, just like the relays in Warframe. And you will meet other players in the enclaves. And then there's the Eternium Gardens, which sometimes are very popular, sometimes less so. I love the Eternium Gardens. They are a great place for playing Regatta against other people. Did I hit it? I think I did. Is there anything else alive? Yeah, let me get these other archers real quick. Are you dead yet? There you go. Anything alive up there? I think we got them all this time. I do like the melee versatility. I think it's a really cool idea for this bow. Oh, they're floating! You know what this means. Farewell! Wait, where's the sky castle? Sorry, I didn't send you in the right direction. Listen. Oh. Hi. Bye. Alright. I love launching Ode into the sky or like off towers. It's very fun. It is great not having to worry about hitting my allies. So nice. Oh, I missed. You can see my house from here? Yeah, exactly. Oh, I haven't played Regatta on stream in a while. Should we do a Regatta game before stream ends? We do that. Just sit and chat, talk Regatta. Completes crafting in 12 minutes, W. Let's see how long I have on my second Avex. Because I couldn't decide if I wanted to bless it with courage or grace, so I decided I would just make two. We're not in battle anymore. I'm not in battle, I promise. There we go. So to get to the Eternium Gardens, if you don't know, this is the other social place, you go into your Nightfold and you play your Fipple Flute. It will not bring your squad in with you, so if you're in a squad and you go to Eternium Gardens, it will make your squad mates post-migrate. The closest thing to PvP currently, yes. I hope that that stays true for a while. Or that they balance whatever PvP modes there are very carefully. Very carefully. Because, yeah. 7 hours. We have a while yet before second Avex is ready. Okay. Shall we? Let's do another... Actually, let's go do another siege. We can go do Curlail. let's go do Carlisle. And then after that, we can go into Eternium Gardens and I will take a seat and we can play some PvP Regatta. That would be fun. We saw PvP tries in Warframe. I think that just like taking the full like Soulframe game mode as we have it and trying to PvP with that, I don't think is actually going to be as fun as people are hoping for. I think that that's going to end up with like a lot of folks getting real salty about game balance. I think it's going to end up with a lot of bow hate. And honestly, that's kind of why I don't want it to happen. Is I am gonna shoot people in the face and they're gonna be mad about it. And the way that it's balanced right now is just not going to be super balanced for PvP. But it makes for a fun PvE. So I think that if they put in a different game mode that is specifically designed to be a PvP game mode, that might be different. Like maybe everyone gets like practice swords or something, right? Like so like you have to like fight like with wooden versions of the same weapon. So we don't have like the totems or arcanics and like it's this like little like dueling thing. Like that could be fun, right? But this whole like our whole system, yeah, PvP fencing, like something like that I think would be cute. I would want it to like fit the vibe of the game in a good way. I do think it's something to be careful about how they implement, and I suspect, like from the way that we've seen the devs talk about it, I think they know, and I have faith. I have faith. I think Conclave scared DE off anything. PV, I don't think so. DE doesn't strike me like that. It's a whole game studio with many different people, so like an entire community of people can't be like collectively scared off a single thing. But I do think that, you know, they're the sort to like learn from past experiences and do things differently. That would be like saying, oh, the reaction, oh my gosh, this is such a good deer. The lighting is like perfect. So cute. So cute. I do like the variety in animal colors now. That there's like light colored deer, there's dark colored deer, there's brown bunnies, there's black squirrels. I love it. I love it. Anyway, right, so like Frost and Mag Heirloom was like a hot mess, and that didn't scare them off from ever doing another heirloom. They just got better about doing them. Archery competitions hitting targets rather than arrow each other. Oh my goodness. See, that is such a good idea. That is such a good idea. I want archery competitions in Soulframe. That would be so fun. Oh, that would be so fun. That would be so fun. That would be amazing. Can you imagine like the fair day, like a medieval fair with like fencing competitions and archery competitions and like Lady Diora up there to like win her favor? Okay, maybe I'm taking this a little bit too far. Oh my god, but that would be so fun. That would be so fun. I want it. I want it. Give me medieval fair. Yo, that piercing is so good. Did I miss? I missed them both. I hit the one. Oh, it's because I hit ally and enemy. I love it. Turning into fanfic real quick. Lady Tuvekane on my arm. Right? Imagine if you could like earn a favor from winning a competition and then present it to the ancestor of your choice. That would be like the equivalent of the Kim system for Soulframe. That would be amazing. I should hop into Warframe today and get some of my weekly stuff done before it rolls over. I've been too excited about leveling up multiple Avexes though, so I've been like hard maining Soulframe. Honestly, ever since they split the virtue requirements on some of the weapons, I've been having so much more fun. I've been having so much more fun. I have so much more variety in the kind of stuff I can do with my builds. It just feels so good. Like even if it's not every weapon, it's okay. It doesn't have to be every weapon. It's like some choices, and it feels so good. Wolf races! Yes! Wolf races! Oh my god! It would be so good! Oh my god, that would be so fun! Like the Ren Fair comes to Soulframe, basically. Hello? I want your smite. Thank you. I missed! Did I miss or did he teleport? I think both, actually. So good that I can shoot through people. It's so good. Yeah, I do think this is a little bit too slow for it being slower than a quick shot at melee range. Easy fix though, right? But you're dead. Great. 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 W. Orengal watching it all, yeah. Imagine Orengal, like a cutscene with Orengal for whoever wins the wolf race, where she just kind of like glares at the winning pup and is like, well done. And that's it. That is it. It's like an awkward silence into a small, well done. Oh, I don't have the thingy. Where did the boss die? Thingy, technical term? Guidebird obstacle course! Oh my goodness, yes! Y'all are brilliant. This is the most W chat ever. This is incredible. Yes, please, to Guidebird obstacle course. Yeah, a few collision issues with the melee. That's okay. Give him time. Let DE cook. 10 out of 10 concept on this. I don't know why we moved the torch down here, but okay. Wait! I heard something alive. Oh, it's the guys outside, right? Yeah. Alright. Problem solved. A lot of unfinished there, but I'm looking forward to being able to go. There's a Fable because it's a big arena with lots of exploration. Oh, the South Castle. I'm waiting. I have not done any of the little bugs to get into the areas that aren't open yet. I kind of want to see them when they open them. I would rather just see get my first impression when they're actually open. I have run around in Birdie's Bog to see the changes there. Birdie's Bog is so good. Have y'all seen the little hut that you can go inside of in Birdie's Bog? I think they added it, I want to say P13? I think we're pretty close to Birdie's Bog. We can go take a quick run to go look before we go do. The Avex is bugged. The Avex, what direction is the arrow facing in the Avex? They're visual bugs. They're visual bugs. There are also some bugs with the melee strike. The melee strike, the connection is a little off, but it might just be, again, that the arrow model is backwards. So when they fix the arrow, it will be fixed. But they're just small bugs. They're small bugs. Overall, it's great. I'm loving it. Team rhythm game for songs in Soulframe, that would be so cool. I hope that they do add that eventually. I do hope that we see more instruments and like a group rhythm game. That would be really cool. But honestly, that is like a big new feature to add. I want guilds first. We're talking about new features that they have not announced yet and like which ones we want to see. Guilds are definitely one that I want a lot, because we do periodically do some like community events for folks in my Discord server where we all get together and game together. And trying to gather people is a little bit tricky because of like limitations for region, for where we can zone into, and because of like player count limits, I think. Although I don't know that we've come across the player count issue yet. But it's like we can't all get into the same Eternium Gardens because the Eternium Gardens are locked by region and we can't invite people to Eternium Garden Squad. Oh, I have to go around the wall now to get into Birdie's Bog. R.I.P. So having like a guild hall where we could get everyone in the same spot more easily would just help logistically. And then like I like decorating houses. So having a space to decorate would be really cool. I'm heading over to Birdie's Bog so we can go look inside this little hut. And then after that, I am going to head to the Eternium Gardens to play Regatta. I'm going to drop squad so that I don't host migrate y'all when, oh, sorry for the flicker. So that I don't host migrate you when I hop into the Eternium Gardens. But it means if someone wants to play me in a game of Regatta before the stream ends, and hang out in the Eternium Gardens, and I'll be in there shortly. And we can play some Regatta. It'll be fun. Knifehold Guild Hall? Yeah, I feel like any tile set we have in the game could be a fun guild hall. Imagine that like the entrance is in Knifehold maybe? I don't know. That would be something of like how do players get there? Oh, I can't aim. I can't aim. I've been spending a lot of time in Birdie's Bog because virtue potions are very strong right now. They're just very, very useful. Any build that you run with a virtue potion is obviously going to be a lot stronger than a build without. And so I've been collecting the different consumables, the different ingredients for the consumables to make virtue potions, and Jade and Drop is one of those. Jade and Drop goes into the spirit potion, so I've been hanging out here quite a bit to hoard these. Yeah, housing. I want player housing too. I'm like, whether it's like decorate your Nightfold, decorate Grandpa's cabin, like whatever it ends up being, I'm here for it. This is the little hut. Look how cute. The little like mossy leafy thing, and then like you can, oh, you can fall off like I just did. You can just fall off the edge. Thanks, Vindred. Thank you for hanging out and grouping up. Right. We could decorate in here. What are they going to put in here? What's going to be in here? Surely something, right? Surely something will be in here. What are their plans for this? What's going to be in this space? Does this have to do with a toad? Does this have to do with a toad? Surely something, right? It's a little tree house, yeah. In like the most beautiful swamp. This like swamp is just crazy gorgeous, especially at night. Maybe like almost nighttime. Yeah, we'll hang out while the sun's set. Because the way that this like whole area just glows is so pretty. Look how beautiful this is. Like I hope they use a screenshot of this to be like some kind of promotional material, because that's incredible. Look how cool this bow looks too. Although, man, every time I see my finger through that little loop, I'm like, I'm gonna break my finger if I shoot this bow. I'm gonna break my finger. I keep jumping through the window. You don't actually have to jump through the window. You can just go in the door. Thank you for the sub. I love exploring the map here because it's just full of little things that exist just to exist. Yes. They're doing a really great job with like slowly increasing the density of like buildings and beaver dams and ruins and stones and huts and things in the map to just make the whole world more interesting. Yeah, the world building, incredible. The world building is incredible. Got the arrow punch back. Hope that we get a bow that shoots 3 arrows. I mean, I think that we could have a lot of different heavy attacks. I think that... Maggie, thank you for the sub. I think that the charge, like the electric charged attack that Ode used would be a good one for a charged, for a different heavy attack. Let's see if I can get both headshots. Oh my god, it's so good! It's so good! Like, this is also just like an incredible sniper bow. This is just incredible. So good. Alright. Alright. Really wish I had a compound bow arrow draw animation instead of pulling all the strings. That bothers me the least of the visual issues. Of all of them. Yeah. Yes, I see you, Stag. I guess we have to kill a Vadagar Stag. This place looks so pretty at night. It bothers me the least of all the visual bugs because it at least can make a kind of sense. Like maybe they wanted to make a triple stringed bow, and so they're using the pulleys as a way to distribute the weight evenly amongst the limbs. I know that that is not how compound bows work, but this is Ode tech, so it could just be something that works differently. They're releasing more and more weapons? Yeah. You're still trying to farm one more rostrum fragment? At least they put them in the game a different way. I think that's great. I'm really glad that they did not make them only for Thaw-Tide, so that other players who missed that event can still get them. That makes me very happy. It's a good call on their part. It is just too automatic for me to jump. I can't wait until they fix the I can't wait until they fix the reticle drift for bows. Alright. Let's play some Regatta. And then I'm gonna go start cooking dinner. My second channel is gonna be fishing and decorating? I don't think so. Like I have time to do another channel. I wish. That would be great. Have more time? That would be amazing. Alright, so if you want to go to the Eternium Gardens, you don't have to be a founder. You just have to be a founder to plant your flower. But you can visit the gardens even if you're not a founder. You go into your Nightfold and you use the play music emote. The gardens are a few streams ago. I asked you if you know any good resources for a new player. Avocado Wicking Companion site really helped. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad. I have a new player guide that's a little bit out of date, which is why the most recent video included some tips for new players for folks who have not, who are just starting now. Should help a bit. This week's video, though, will be a build guide. We're going to get back into some build guides. This is my flower. So if you want to play Regatta against someone in the gardens, so the gardens are region locked. So since I am in North American region, I will see all of the other people that are hanging out in the North American region Eternium Gardens, and actually, click it. But I think you can like set your region, right? And then if you sit down, then when someone walks up to you, they can challenge you to a game of Regatta. I'm waiting for them to save what cardinal you selected since they want to keep the cardinal. Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't matter which garden you're in, because you will see people in your region. Like the flower number instances are separate from the players that you see instances. So I'm going to see other people that are in the North American region gardens. And yeah. Everyone's just watching. I know, no one wants to play. Let's play. Here comes someone. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's go. Regatta time. I won my first roll. Is it bugs? Skull, I beat you too! Man, them's fighting words. Damn, damn. Skull's always asking why I seem so grouchy. Did it bug? Sometimes it does bug when you're challenged to a game. Try again, Darnley, and see if it works. Sometimes it just bugs out. There we go. Seems like it's working now. Oh, it's bugged again. It's bugged differently this time. Oh, wait, is it working? Oh, it's working. It didn't bug. It was that we kept rolling the same number, so we're rolling to see who goes first. I love it. Here we go. Here we go. Let's go, chat. Let's see. All right. No, no. Whoever gets that shield first is at a huge advantage. I've got a long way to go now. We're gonna try. We'll do our best. We're gonna do our best, chat. Go Darnley, everyone's rooting for me to get beat. R.I.P. It do be like that. Sad but true. I was the villain. Oh yes, in our community regatta tournament. It's pretty fun. It is a very... Oh, could I not go? Don't like that. The boards people have made in real life look really good. Yes, they do. The boards people have made look amazing. Oh, I should have moved. Oh well. Oh wells. If you land on a shield, you get to go again. If you roll 0, you don't get to go. I had like 12 people rooting for my downfall. I mean... I feel like we were just here. Everyone likes an underdog. What can you say? Everyone likes an underdog. It just is what it is. It is what it is. Let's go! Let's go! Oh, and Reggie has arrived. My cat is here. I'm gonna lose still though. Still gonna lose. Oh my goodness. Worst rolls. Come on. Come on, let's go. I believe in me. We can do this, surely. I'm gonna get like absolutely wrecked in this game. I can feel it. I'm getting wrecked. Classic cat behavior show up when the board game is being played. I know. Reggie has figured out that I have cursors, that my game has like stuff that moves on the screen. So if I go AFK, I will come back and he'll be staring at the screen trying to get stuff. Trying to catch things in the game. Move you. Let's move you. Skull, you want to set up a whole thing to see if people think I'm gonna win or lose? People betting for or against? The fine print when you have a cat. I know. I love them though. My cats are my sanity. Let's go. Meow. I know. That little animation is my actual IRL kitty. Her name is Sappho. She is a tortie with a huge attitude, as most torties have. And she is the sweetest little adorable princess at home and is the most let's just say that the vet requires that we medicate her before we bring her to the vet. She lets us know what she really thinks about everything. She's quite clear. Darnley, oh no. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to win the game, friend. Oh shoot, I shouldn't have done that. I'm dumb. That's okay. I redeemed myself. I redeemed myself. Let's go. Come on, come on. We got this. We got this. We got this. Gary. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. Okay, now it all comes down to luck. At this point, it's all luck. It's all luck. No. No. Now it's definitely luck. It's just luck. I win! GG, Darnley. That was a very close game. That was such a good game. That was incredible. That was a very close game. Very spicy gameplay. Thank you so much. That was awesome. Alright, I can play one more game and then I do need to hop off for the evening. So while we play, we will look for a raid. Although, actually. Okay, oh, okay. I guess we're playing. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Right, who's soul framing today? Who's soul framing today? Oh shoot, now I have to move this one. Alright, let's see if that gets me in trouble. Of course, the brush. It's been fun. It's always fun. This new bow is very, very fun. As much as I like playing Regatta, there's a part of me that's like, I need to go make dinner fast so I can get back in game and I can finish leveling my Avex. I see two different streamers streaming right now that I really enjoy. We've got Busy Queen and Sergeant Circe both are streaming Soulframe today. Imagine we raided Rebecca. I mean, we could. I usually try to raid someone who's playing Soulframe. And I'll wait to play and level the Avex tonight. Yeah, it is pretty fantastic. That piercing shot is just great. Oh, I should have moved the red. I forgot which color I was for a minute. Reb is probably locked in, and I like supporting other Soulframe streamers. I like promoting the game and boosting folks up. I feel like I want to raid Fizzy Queen because I have not raided her in a while. All right, folks, I'm going to leave you in suspense. I will hang out in Fizzy Queen's chat until this game of Regatta is done. And so we will, I will let you know if, I will let you know who wins the game. I will announce if unofficial him beats me, which certainly looks like it for the moment. Oh, you've got a prediction going. All right, Skull, how long is left on the prediction? How long's left in the prediction? We just need to know who wins? I can tell you right now, it's not gonna be me. I'm playing terribly. I'm trying, chat. We're going. We're gonna give it a solid effort. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, oh, oh. Maybe there's hope. Maybe there's hope. Can you, like, yeah. I think so. I think so. So if you don't know, I stream every Thursday evening regularly. And then I also stream another time at some point during the week or weekends when my schedule allows. My weekday streams are pretty regular. My Thursday night streams are very regular. My other streams are as my schedule allows. So I will... No, I can't leave. Alright. Do like a 30-second poll to decide if we wait until after the game is over to raid or if we raid now. Let chat decide. Do we want to see the end of the Regatta game or do we want to raid out? Let chat decide. Yeah, we'll do this. We'll do that. I regret it already. Which way do I want to go? This one. You gotta pull up, Skull. I have faith in my mods. I can't see those Twitch things right now. The prediction is gone, sure, but let's do a poll to see if chat would prefer that we go hang with another Soulframe streamer or if we see the ends. People are asking for the ends. What say you, chat? You can just say stuff in chat. We don't have to get the poll running. You will see the end of the game? I need like a shoutcaster, right? A Regatta shoutcaster? No! Poll is going. I love it. Great. Clicky. Let's go. Come on. I'm getting beat right now. I'm getting beat right now. I need a good roll. Poll is already 0 in raid. Alright, chat. I get you. I hear you. I hear. We play. I do think I'm gonna leave this. I do think I'm gonna lose this game. Let's go. Let's go. No! This is brutal. This is brutal. We're like just never gonna get past this thing. We keep knocking each other off. Let's see how long it takes for us to get for him to boot me again. We got here. Do I want to do that? I think I do actually. Instant regret. Instant regret. Oh well. Where does the Avex fragments drop? They drop from the organ. Avex fragments drop from the organ. Go get your organ runs in. Another one! My goodness! RNG. How could you? RNG, how could you? I'm getting defeated, chat. I'm losing. Let's go. Let's go. Ooh, ooh, that's a good one. Surely is there hope? Streamer luck not activating. No, I don't feel like I do have streamer luck sometimes. I do have streamer luck with like drops. I got my Avex ridiculously fast. I was extremely fortunate with my Avex. I got it extremely quickly. Is there hope for me, chat? Is there hope for me, chat? Maybe.
I love this
Maybe.
show.
Oh my goodness! Wild! Where did that roll come out of? No! 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 We're in danger! We're in danger! We're in danger, chat! We're still in danger! No! Ah! We're saved! We're saved! We're saved. Alright, now, once again, it's up to RNG. It's RNG. Let's go. He threw. Did he throw? Y'all do not have to throw if you're playing me. I promise I can be a good sport. I will not rage if I lose the game. I might still lose. RNG can be brutal in this last one. The chances of rolling a 1 are just so low that it's a little bit risky to get stuck here with one piece on that shield. Sarah loves Regatta. I mean, yeah, I could still lose this. I'm not gonna lose it. W! W! We win. GG, unofficial hymn. Well played. That was quite a game. That was pretty great. Well done. Alright, folks. It is now time for reals. For me to leave you with another wonderful Soulframe streamer. Farewell, YouTube. Thank you for hanging out and watching the stream today. It has been delightful. And for my Twitch folks, we are going to go hang out with Busy Queen, who is also playing Soulframe, was a lovely person. We're gonna support some other Soulframe creators, and I will be back on Thursday for my normal Thursday stream, and I will show you all of the wonderful things that I'm doing with my fully leveled, blessed Avexes by then. So thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Good luck on your drops. I hope that you enjoy the Avex as much as I am. And until next time, happy hunting!